If you could write a letter to your teenage self, what would it say? Thank you slacking off and ruining my life, bitch. Not caring what other people think is the best choice you will ever make. You'll worry less about what people think of you when you realize how seldom they do. It took me a lifetime to realize that. Hello 14-year-old me. It's you from 15 years in the future. You don't know it yet, but you're pretty dumb, and you won't understand how stupid you currently are until you get older. Also, stop trying to grow your hair longer. It just doesn't work and looks bad. PS, that really awkward girl that embarrassed you and your freshman bud is on your first day of JROTC. Yeah, that's your future wife. K, bye. Hey dipshit, I fucking love you. PS, you're an absolute moron, but don't worry, that doesn't change. Buy Google stock and otherwise trust your instincts, because even when they are wrong, they are taking you somewhere good. EHM, better buy Bitcoin, I guess. Don't try heroin. Try cocaine instead. Try weed. Dear teenage me, don't leave home. I know you want to, and there's probably no changing your mind. If you do, call your mom, and don't avoid your dad. He needs you more than you know. Have conversations. He needs it, and you do too, whether you think so or not. Just talk to him like he is a person. Try to see past the bad stuff. He's a human and he's hurting. He probably wants your approval. Or acceptance at least. Just please check on him. You will miss him when he's gone, regardless of the times you've prayed for his absence. You've got this. 23-year-old me. PS. Happy birthday. IDKY, but I answered this seriously. Dear 16-year-old me. Your brother who you love dearly will die on November 29th, 2010. You will find out on November 30th. But maybe you intervene. You have a chance to save him. Get Narcan. Be at the house. Bust into his room. Door will be locked. And administer the Narcan. Then emphasize rehab and help your parents get him in a program. Also, you get horribly addicted to pain medication when you discover you have an incurable disorder that will cause so much pain. Use pain medication responsibly, only for acute episodes. Do not write for that daily script you work so hard to get. It's not worth it. Finally, you may be wealthy, but your life is very difficult. So, enjoy being 16. It gets worse. Signed. 31-year-old me. PS. You are an incredibly strong person despite the hardships. Edit. I woke up not too long ago. I'm incredibly stressed because my dad goes in for a quadruple bypass surgery this morning. So, as expected, I'm not sleeping at all. I was shocked to see so many kind messages / interest in what I had to say. I said this in another post that referenced my brother's death. It's coming up on the 10-year anniversary of his death, and with 2020 being such a shit show, I've been thinking more and more about it. Especially because he'd be 29 going on 30 this year. Thank you Reddit for all the love. Zo. Hello. I thought a bit on how to address you. Hello, dear. Hello dear, sup bitch. Not this. P. Wit. Right. You might be wondering who this is. An admirer. A foe. Just someone messing. Someone from Secret Service. God. Lol. Do you know what lol is? Close bracket. A wrongly addressed letter? Or is it a glitch in quantum space-time? Right. That's what it is. I'm you. You know what? This could be just a dream, which it is, and hence would be forgotten, because if I tell you shut then I change the future, and then I can't exist the way I am, and therefore this letter, it can't be me as I know myself writing it, can it? Just forget all that. I'm you, but 10 years older and 5 years dumber. Sorry I didn't take good care of you. I'm writing you a letter from 2020. Remember the year. Or not. Doesn't really matter. It has been absolute shut. But when is it not? There's so much to write. I don't where to start. You are 16, right? So at 16 you must be. You will take a step that you will, or you might already have, that you will occasionally regret. But I want you to know this. It was not a big deal. Not a big mistake. Accept and don't ruminate on it much, or on anything actually. To learn from mistakes and accept you didn't take the best steps is different from eating yourself inside out and building ruins of your past mistakes. You have to avoid that. I hope you do. Mistakes have the greatest impact right after we realize we made the mistake, and then they slowly fade or regress in their effect. You do not have to be the one reminding yourself constantly of it. You have to be your best friend. You have to stop and think. I know you want to act out, be reactive and emotional, but you have to stop and think. Think that you are your best friend, or like the only thing you have to preserve. Lol, we have talked about this so much, isn't it? Yes, life is about experience, indulging, and learning, and there are 1,000 ways to do it. But I want you to be happy and not a sad sack of shit. If you met me right now, you know what you would say. What happened? And I would shrug my shoulders and say, well. And then I would just want to lie down and have a good nap, and I would like to feel as light as a fluffy white cloud. And I would tell you one thing, if you were to remember any of this, well, 1 being sometimes be the best friend of yourself, and 2, find a way to feel like a white fluffy cloud. You are doing good so far, and I hope you do good after me as well. Dear 13-year-old me, hello from the future. I'm your 35 years old self. Hello. I write this to you to warn you of several things, including bad choices you make that have major repercussions for the future. First, you currently have undiagnosed AD. I know you think you are just lazy, because that's what everyone is telling you, but it's AD. Bug your mother to see a psychiatrist. Get some meds. Things will go much easier for you if you do, instead of waiting to find out until you're 30. It'll make future bosses happier as well. Hell, you might not get kicked out of your first high school because you didn't pass any of the classes and couldn't actually be bothered to go. Second, lose some goddamn weight. Start working out some more. It's much easier at the age you're at than waiting until you're older like I did. I know your mother makes some delicious meals and you can still have them. Just eat less. Third, take better care of your goddamn teeth. Trust me. Fourth, get some speech therapy. Sooner the better. I know this is unimaginable to you right now, since you are really ashamed of your stutter. You don't even want to admit that you have a problem, because that would be admitting there's something wrong with you. While you will get over that in your early 20s, that attitude will make your teenage years hell. Because you didn't go until you were 20, you had to deal with all the emotional baggage that came with it. It made your teenage years very lonely. Don't make that mistake again. Fifth, in a few years, you might meet a girl named Jenny. She will seem really friendly, and you will just be happy to have a close friend again. You will even develop a crush on her. When you do meet her, run away. Run away as fast as you can, as far as you can. She is Satan incarnate, and that friendship will turn slowly more and more emotionally abusive as the years go on. She will slowly demolish any form of self-confidence you have and convince you that all of your other friends don't really like you, that no one really likes you, and they find you annoying, and all you have is her. She will have you wrapped around her finger as her substitute boyfriend, and she will fuck you over again and again. She will ruin years of your life. Sixth, so there's this thing called Bitcoin in the future. Dear 17-year-old me, when your dentist takes your braces off and says oops, make him fill all of the holes he just made, right then and there. Sincerely, 23-year-old you, that no longer smiles with his mouth open. Start exercising and building better eating habits now. You won't want man boobs and a flappy belly later on, believe me. Dear bitch, stop embarrassing me. Sincerely yours, XOXO. In every situation, listen to what your gut is telling you. Real friends don't constantly put you down. It'll take you a long time to find true friendship, but that's okay. Real love doesn't hurt, and it's waiting for you. Are a lesbian. Private college is a scam. Move out and let your supportive family help you. Take the job offered after your internship. You wanna study social work, you're not ready yet. Work, build some savings, and wait to attend college when you're legally independent. Don't date alcoholics. It's okay to make it a hard line. Yes, you were a child who was molested. Yes, it changed your entire adult life. Yes, there is relief in the future. You're gonna marry the girl you meet at 19. Don't waste 5 years on shutheads like I did. Debt isn't worth it. Keep your credit score high. Your stepdad will never love you. Your mom will eventually be sober. Take care of yourself. You're gonna find that dream dog in a rescue, and you'll visit him every day. He has epilepsy. None of his meds work, but you'll find a rhythm and be okay. He teaches you how deeply it's possible to love a pet. Adopt him anyway, even though it's scary. More than anything, no is a complete sentence. Enforce your boundaries. Be a bitch. You're a beautiful, lesbian, fat woman. You have endometriosis and your pain isn't normal. You're mentally ill. Get on meds. If you take care of yourself now, I promise to do the same for you in this time, the future. I love you. You're important. One day, you'll believe me. Don't let your depression control your life, otherwise you will lose a lot of good friends. Put yourself out there. Don't hold on to every little thing. Life gets better. Don't rely on other people.